in this article, it's crystal clear who he's telling you to vote for. If you read the whole, you'll see as I read this thing. It's crystal clear who he's telling you to vote for. It's not Hillary. He's telling you to vote for Donald Trump. That's what this article is about, why you should go vote for Donald Trump. Anybody can read that. It's very clear. I mean, with so much at stake socially, economically, and morally. I mean, we got it. We're going to go off the cliff. No, we already went off the cliff morally, number one. But number two is socially? What's he going to do for us socially? What does that even mean? I mean, whatever Trump's doing socially, I'm not into it. You know, I mean, what kind of social skills are we talking about here? Yeah. And don't you come at me, listen to me, you little Sean Hannity, Glenn Beck, Rush Limbaugh head. Why don't you shut off that stupid talk radio, and why don't you read the book of Psalms, and read the book of Proverbs, and you might actually learn that everyone that is proud is an abomination to the Lord. Amen. And Donald Trump is the most prideful, arrogant person on the planet. Right. Even his supporters would admit that. And everyone that's proud is an abomination to the Lord. Amen. Except Donald Trump. He's going to fix us morally and socially. I'm not a liberal. I'm against liberals. Whoever they are and whatever they are calling themselves, they're the enemies of America, and they're my enemies. Abortion, infanticide, euthanasia, assisted suicide, big government, deficit spending, sodomite marriage, men and women's restrooms, all of this is the handiwork of the liberal crowd. Oh, really? That's funny, because when George Bush had a Republican House and a Republican Senate, they did nothing to stop abortion when he controlled the whole thing. That's funny. Big government, that's funny because Ronald Reagan tripled the size of our government. Sorry to mess with your idol there. He tripled the size of the government. He deficit spent. Okay, what about George Bush, who deficit spending, huge government, big deficit spending, sodomite marriage. Yeah, funny because the Republican candidate, Donald Trump, said that he's better for the LGBT than Hillary is. He said, I'm more pro-LGBT than Hillary. I'll do more for them. Look, folks, this is just a crock when they tell you that, oh, the Republicans are going to save us and fix everything. You know what, honestly, and I preached about this when I was up in Vancouver, Washington, but listen, your independent fundamental Baptists today, they shouldn't even be called Baptists. They should be called independent fundamental Republicans. That's right. Because anything that they preach that's hard preaching, they only preach hard about stuff that the Republican Party platform agrees with them on. These guys, they preach all big and tough when they have 100 million Republicans behind them, then they'll preach hard. When they have 100 million Republicans behind them cheering them on, that's why in this whole newspaper, there are probably, 10 articles on transgender bathrooms and sodomite marriage, but they'll never preach what the Bible says about homosexuality, never. They'll never preach it. That's why when they list all the evils, they list sodomite marriage and men and women's restrooms. Now, where does the Bible mention a man and a woman's restroom? Can somebody help me out with that? Oh, it's not there? Where does the Bible mention sodomite marriage? Nowhere. So instead of listing as the big evils, sodomite marriage, how about just legal sodomy? How about just being a homo in general? See, the Bible says that homos are disgusting and filthy and wicked. That's what the Bible says, but they don't teach that. And the Bible used the word filthy. The Bible used the word vile. The Bible says that they're an abomination. The Bible says they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. The Bible says that they're reprobate. The Bible says God gave them over to a reprobate mind. But these guys will never preach that, but they talk on and on about bathrooms. And they talk on and on about sodomite marriage. Why? Because that's what the Republican Party's talking about. That's what Sean Hannity's talking about. That's what Glenn Beck's talking about. That's all they take a stand for. And so to them, it's just, when they look at that Republican Party platform, it's like light versus darkness, good versus evil. No, it isn't. It's Coke versus Pepsi. You know what's funny? If you would have asked somebody from these churches, If you were to ask them 3 years ago, hey, what do you think about Donald Trump? Before he was running for office, you know what they'd say? Oh, man, he's a dirtbag. He's a scumbag. He's sleazy. He owns a strip club. He owns casinos. He makes all his money off gambling and ruining people's lives with casinos. Listen, casinos ruin people's lives. And if you don't know that, that's not my fault. But they ruin people's lives. Anybody who's been involved in a casino knows that. They used to be run by only criminals and gangsters and mafia. That's who ran it. A bunch of murderers and wicked, filthy people. It's one of the most wicked, godless industries that there is. Casinos.